This is In the Kitchen with Lisa and Brenda, real people making real food. And ladies, what are we making today?
Today we are going to make quite a number of things. First, we're going to make a ravioli, and it's an asparagus ravioli. So it's asparagus with mascarpone cheese.
What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese?
Mascarpone.
Mascarpone.
Yes. With mascarpone cheese, some breadcrumbs, and of course the pureed asparagus. But first we're going to make our pasta dough because it needs to rest for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Lisa, do you have anything to say?
Nope. Then we're going to do some lamb chops.
On the grill if this storm passes by then.
Okay.
Okay, so I made a well, which is essentially just a little hole in the flour, and I'm adding 4 eggs.
Now, we have the dough that Lisa put together with your hands, correct?
I started with a fork. I scrambled the eggs, and then slowly started to put some of the flour in with the fork, and then I finished with my hands.
Did you add any water?
Probably maybe like a tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons.
And then you had some oil in there too.
Oh, a tablespoon. Yeah.
And this is the double O flour.
Yes. And you have to knead this 5 to 10 minutes.
That's a long time.
It is. When you're kneading, it certainly is.
Wow. Now Lisa is making the counter dirty. And I assume that is flour.
Correct.
Is that double O flour?
It is double O flour. Brenda, you want to do this?
And then we're unraveling the dough that was sitting for what, a half hour?
Yep, 30-minute rest.
30-minute rest, and there's the thing.
Yep.
If you are a follower of In the Kitchen with Lisa and Brenda, you know what is. Stop.
All right. Read my directions again. So we're going to cut the dough into 8 equal parts. So I need to make sure. Let's see. We do half.
There's a lot of math in this
2,
recipe.
3. Yes. They're not equal, but they're whatever.
Look at that. They look nice, don't they?
Mm-hmm. We need to put these somewhere else. This is not going to be perfect because I didn't make equal parts, but...
Well, we are real people making real food. And Brenda, here we got the mascarpone cheese.
That's correct.
And we have the asparagus.
Yes.
Yes.
And what's this?
Parmesan Reggiano.
Parmesan Reggiano.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to add that along with the zest of a lemon.
And that is going to be the filling for the ravioli.
And we're going to blend it all together.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like our chicken stock is heating up here.
Yep.
Indeed it is. As the asparagus is about to go in, Lisa puts them in.
I got the rest.
They move very quickly when the water boils, these two.
Do you want to set the timer? You're better at that.
Okay, we are going to make the filling for the ravioli. So our blanched asparagus is in. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan Reggiano cheese, a teaspoon of lemon zest. You want to get the 1/4 cup of mascarpone, Brenda?
Yep.
Some salt. Freshly ground black pepper.
No relation to Al Capone, I said.
I don't think so. I'm not 100%.
Although it is Italian.
Did you do salt?
I did, and pepper.
And you did pepper.
And we need breadcrumbs.
And we need breadcrumbs. Quarter cup.
Any particular kind of breadcrumb, Brenda?
We are using panko because that's what we have.
That's a Japanese breadcrumb.
Yes.
And how much?
Quarter cup.
Quarter cup. Lid goes on, and
We blend and blend and blend.
here we go.
That's from a movie and I don't know which one.
And here's the filling for the ravioli with the asparagus and the different cheeses and the breadcrumbs,
And lemon zest.
lemon zest,
Salt and pepper.
salt and pepper. This is In the Kitchen with Lisa and Brenda, making Italian food. Real people making real food. As we are cooking,
I might make it easier.
we have some charcuterie here.
So to trim it like so it's rectangular, Brenda?
Since this takes a long
this?
time to
Yeah,
cook.
I think so. That'll make it easier on us.
And now it's Lisa's turn to roll one out.
Supposed to be lightly dusted with flour, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Now, Brenda, we're marrying the filling to the dough.
We're actually making the raviolis. So what we're going to do is we squared off our sheets of pasta. After we painstakingly rolled them out by hand, we both broke a sweat
Because we don't have a pasta
because we don't have a pasta roller.
Stop your whining.
So now we take a tablespoon of filling, place it in on the pasta, and as Lisa said, make it in a nice mound. Okay, so there's one. We'll do number two. I think I need to go up a little more, like that. Look pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So then we're going to fold over. Oh, no. Water first. So they stick. So they adhere to each other.
That's water,
That's water,
not oil.
not oil.
No.
And this is the same water you use for envelopes?
No, that's your tongue.
This is not spit. Spittle. What do I call it? Okay. So then we're going to fold it over. And what you want to do is press out the air. You don't want any air pockets.
Oh, no.
Did I? Okay. Oops, I did too. Save that.
Brenda has sound effects when she cooks.
I do. And then we'll trim the edges to make the ravioli. And you just trimmed every edge, Lisa?
Not every edge, just
So maybe we'll just cut it in half. We'll square up this
yeah.
because there's
Yeah, it
some
needs a little bit
overlapping.
cut, yeah.
A little bit here. Very good. There's one ravioli. Let's square up this edge. My phone's ringing again.
It's probably Julia.
And
It is
You want to crimp it?
Isn't Julia deceased? For
Julia
heaven's
is
sake.
deceased, but she
Yes.
could call from beyond.
She could. Yes, and then Lisa's going to crimp the edges to ensure that they stay shut.
Yeah. Which sometimes they don't.
And that's okay. I think the crimping will help.
Yeah. Well, we're just doing our best.
Yep.
This is real people really taking a chance. Do you have the number to Domino's on speed dial?
Yeah.
These would be too big for Chef Boyardee ravioli cans.
Yes, that is correct. These would not fit in the can. You'd have 4 raviolis per can. Look at that beautiful pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you can see through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And along with the ravioli, we're having lamb chops.
Mm-hmm. Simple grilled with salt and pepper.
Okay, so we have our asparagus tips that we cut off our asparagus. So these are going in with some butter and some fresh sage from the garden. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown the butter. So what the butter will do is when it gets high enough temperature, it will start to foam. And then it will develop this beautiful brown earthiness. And this is what our ravioli is going to kind of get tossed in. We have our pot waiting for us, but we want to get our brown butter ready first. Take the sage out of the garden.
In the meantime, we cooked off our beautiful lamb.
And we have our lamb chops resting. These are resting. I'm waiting for the ravioli.
Okay, we're going to start cooking our raviolis. We only drop a few in our water right now. And they should only take, what, 2 to 3 minutes to cook?
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'm imagining it will kind of float to the top
Mm-hmm.
once we get those in.
So you've taken the ravioli out of the boiling water and put it into this brown butter.
Brown butter and asparagus tips and sage, and the last of the ravioli just went in.
Over here we have
lettuce from our garden and some little small heirloom cherry tomatoes and the same vinaigrette we made on the first episode of In the Kitchen with Lisa and Brenda, which is just a Dijon champagne vinegar vinaigrette.
And here we are with the final product. We have salad from the garden with Lisa's vinaigrette. Look at that.
Grilled lamb chops and our asparagus ravioli in brown butter and sage. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bon appetit!
Bon appetit. Go for it.
Bon appetit! Turn it off. I'm not intoxicated.
What happened?
I'm not intoxicated. I had a sip of wine. I went to put the cork in, and it bounced off in the bottle. I saved the bottle.
Where'd the cork go?
It flew. There it is. Honestly, we aren't.
We're not, we promise.
We're not.
I would tell on us if
I
we
mean,
were.